Hey everyone, Todd here, internalarchitect.com. And in this video, I wanted to show you what my chemo kit is. Before I start here, please hit subscribe and hit the bell for notifications, and that way you'll know when I put out a new video. Now, I wanted to do this as a way to kind of show you what it is that I take to chemo. Now, I know this probably isn't a normal thing. I end up spending a lot of time reading and doing things kind of just to inform myself during treatment, because it's one of the only times I actually get to sit in one spot for a period of time where I'm not driving and I'm not doing anything. So it's a good chance for me to really take some time to kind of catch up on paperwork and reading and things that I just don't get to do all the time. This is kind of what I did during the first bit of my treatment also, just catching up with stuff and everything too. I spent a little bit more time the first round during my first initial diagnosis listening to a lot of music also, and then during my initial diagnosis and treatment I was listening to a lot of music too, and that's still going on, although the way I listen to it's changed a little bit. It's gone a little bit more wireless, but nonetheless it's still pretty cool and everything. But yeah, these are the things that I kind of carry in my chemo kit, and I just have just a little shoulder like bag that I just have had forever that works really well. A little like delivery bag or a whatever. So and I keep it kind of simple. I keep it easy. Inside it I have just a lot of pens, writing utensils and stuff, just to make it a little easier to do that, you know what I mean? So sorry, as I kind of pulled the wire there. But the first thing is I always keep a notepad with me, and in this case I have this leather bound notepad that I just have I do a lot of writing stuff, a lot of notes that I keep, that I write just when I'm thinking about ideas and stuff for videos, and just everything that goes along with goes on in my head. I try to write them down. I try to write a lot of stuff down, and I have a number of these legal pads just full of notes and everything, and I constantly go back through them just to make sure I don't forget anything, right? But I have it in kind of this. I've had this leather notepad cover and everything for probably 2 decades. It's just something that I've had for a long time, and I've used it, and it's traveled with me and everything. So that's the one thing I do. And then I keep also important papers and just stuff that I need to do, and it just helps me with dealing with the chemo brain of everything that goes on. And since I've started chemo again, I do notice that my memory is not as good, so writing things down and keeping it all in one place is super important. With this I keep all the paperwork and stuff that I have to do. I'm also in the process of updating all my legal paperwork, like my will and living will, because it's an important thing to do. And when you're dealing with cancer, you just don't, you got to face this. You actually have to really think about what you are going to be doing, or what you will be leaving behind in case the bad thing happens. And so that's what I got going on here. This is actually something I did during the first rounds, and now I'm just, my will and living will, and I have to update it to really make sure that it works with the times. And so I keep this with me just so that when I have an extra chance to work on it, I can. So this is one of the things. The other thing, though, on a more positive note, a lot of the stuff that I do is just more, like I said, the paperwork and stuff that I do, and just current life stuff that needs to be done. know that my passport is about to expire next month, so I got a well, this is for my wife, but I got a renewal, a passport renewal form and stuff, and I got new photos, some new photos of me for my passport, which is pretty cool. So these will come along with me. This goes in my black folder. And then, just some of the stuff that I get from the oncology department over at the Shaw Center. So I got a little file that I just keep. I don't know, just stuff that tells me what my treatment plan is. Got a list, a calendar full of just different projects and stuff that go on over at the Shaw Center. And since I'm staying overnight, it's kind of nice to have because you can see kind of all the different things that are going on. So that's something that I keep with me also, that I keep in my chemo kit. And then the thing is, I actually do read a fair, I read a bit, and I keep a couple books with me. And right now this is actually a really good one. And this is something that I think all of you that might be going through cancer should actually check out. And this is from the Hodgkin Clinic down in Tijuana. And it's called You Don't Have to Die. And this kind of goes through their whole story about doing cancer treatments without chemotherapy and all holistic and everything. And the Hodgkin Clinic has been around since the late 1800s, and it kind of goes through the whole entire story of the FDA and how the medical industry has, when it got completely reformed at the turn of the century and whatever. And so just kind of a really interesting book and story too, and a lot of truth. And so it's the Hodgkin Biomedical Center, so you can see it. Pretty cool. This is a very interesting book, and just so I'm reading this one right now. Then my mother-in-law gave me a book on CBD, everything you need to know about CBD, and there's some pretty cool stuff because I'm actually on CBD to help with the recovery and everything, and I'm actually pretty pleased with the results I've been getting with the CBD oils and stuff. So that's that. And then I keep, because I had a transplant, a stem cell transplant, an autologous stem cell transplant, during my first rounds of stuff, I ended up kind of sets me into a weird spot for the treatment that I have to do. And so I have the whole manual on the allogenic transplant, and there's also some other stuff in here, but it just kind of, this is kind of the last resort for me if the treatment I'm not doing now doesn't work. Well, I should say there's another thing in there, some immunotherapy stuff that I can actually try also. That I actually have a friend that is going through that right now, and he's kind of in a similar boat than I am, a little bit further ahead than I am, but that's what he's doing, and that's what's going on right now. I carry that, and then the other things I carry is I have my iPad that I carry with me, and I also carry it's like a little keyboard thing that I can use with my iPad, which is really cool. And it's my daughter, Kalina, and she decided to put a can right in the video. And so I do those. I carry those around because this is kind of another place where I can write, and I can actually do some more for my blog and stuff. I take all my videos and I get them transcribed, and I can use my iPad to take the transcriptions and start editing and cleaning them up and work on the copy, which is really cool. A couple other things that I carry around is obviously power chargers, because just need to charge things. We live in this digital age. We got to have power chargers, and so I keep one for iPhone, iPad, iPhone. This is for my keypad and my watch and audio stuff. So I'll probably even bring a little speaker with me so that I have some music that I can listen to, which will be pretty cool too. And then I also carry a set of wireless headphones, which is awesome because, you know, it just gives me a chance to listen to music and do whatever. And I like, you know, there's a lot of music that I like to listen to, some very specific stuff that helps keep me motivated. A lot of kind of heavy rock, and I listen to a lot of different stuff, but it all kind of depends on my mood and where I'm at and feeling at the time. So yeah, so this is my chemo kit, and this is what I take with me to chemotherapy, because I don't know, you know, I mean, some people take a lot of other different things, you know, but this is just the stuff that I like to take with me because it works. It keeps my mind busy, and I think that's kind of the biggest thing, is just having stuff with you that keeps your mind busy, because as you're essentially plugged into tree life, it's a you can't really move and you can't do a whole lot. So having the things that you use, that you can use for however long your infusions for, is really important. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of go through my little kit with you guys so you see. And you know, all this paperwork, like, you know, my passport application, my legal Zoom stuff and everything, that all changes each time. You know, there's, you know, other different things. I have some foundation work, strapping for life stuff that I'll bring with me occasionally, and whatever, and just things that need to be done. And it's just, like I said, it's just a good time for me to kind of work on kind of a couple things while I'm sitting there taking infusion. So yeah, that's what I wanted to share with you guys. Yeah, thank you for listening. If you have any questions, hit me in the comment section below, and I will get back to you and respond as soon as I can. I just want to say thank you for watching. I appreciate your time and energy into watching the videos, and you know, I hope they're being informative and giving you a little insight into things that you can do that you might need in order for you to go through treatment, or whatever stage that you're at now. You know, this isn't just a chemo kit for me. This is also more my everyday kind of stuff that I carry with me. When I have a chance, I can actually grab some stuff. I have the Notepad with me, like I said, and I can just edit stuff. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. That's what I carry with me. So thanks guys for watching. I appreciate it again, and I will see you on the next video.